And now the awesome back garden. This is where the mojitos are made. That's the mint. There's a nice mangava here that I grew from seed. I think it's the chocolate chip one. See, I don't know if you see. Yeah, I think you will see the bloom stalk. Yeah. Some other wonders of the world. It's always a work in progress. So there's tools and wheelbarrows and everything everywhere. Azaleas, this yard looked like a dump, so pure leaves everywhere and vinca, and we just transformed it in 12 years ish. There's a lot that's done from cuttings. Azaleas are not, but the oak hydrangeas are, and there's pretty much all the gardenias are from cuttings, and the paper bush that you're gonna see, it's from cuttings. Well, anyway, so there's the Hellebore land right here, and this is where I've been repotting with Christine, heavily repotting all sorts of cacti and agaves. So we're still working on it. All right, let's see if we can get in here. As I said, there's stuff everywhere. To see what we find, because there's some gems in here. All right, there we go. So really nice Fatsia here. That's really picking up this year. There's all sorts of woodland plants here. So there's a sarum right there, a starter that somebody gave me. There's a voodoo lily, as people like to call them. So Erysemas right there and right here. There's more. Oh, that's a nice growth on that asarum right there. That's a native asarum. It's kind of taking over. I can see why somebody gave me some of that. But look at this beauty right here. And I need to do something. Azaleas are taking over. This is an Asarum Ling Ling panda face. And let's see if we still find the blooms. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, how packed with blooms it is. Yeah, pretty. Ferns. Oh, there's a rhododendron right there, and it's in bloom. It's barely hanging, so I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Probably Christine's gonna make me take it out. And let's try to make ourselves out of here and go forward. Whoa. Yeah, I can see why the people that know what they're doing, they're putting paths and stuff in the garden. Oh, there we go. Okay, now here, check this out. Look at this. That's a Amorphophallus konjac bloom that it bloomed the first time of his life. I've been working. If you leave the tubers, bulbs, corms, I don't know how they're called, to clump, then they're not gonna bloom. So you wanna select a one that's gonna grow. So finally, I got one done. So yay! All right, all sorts of pretty cyclamen. That's a hardy cyclamen right there. Okay, that's the monkey grass domain, which we decided to fill this area with monkey grass to not have to maintain it. So pretty much my parents did, I don't know, 85-90% of this planting, which is really nice. Right there in the back, it's the gifts table. All those plants are gonna be gifted. Some are just, they don't need care, so I'm just gonna leave them there. On this side, there's a little bit of a fenced-in nursery, as I call it, in there, but the rabbits are not that bad on those. But on this side, same azaleas and a lot of iron plants, which are growing incredibly well here. Some acubas right there, which we're really pleased that they're growing awesomely. There's more agaves that got repotted and taken care of. Well, obviously not that one, but that's next. Right. This is on this side right here. I kind of called it my Amorphophallus garden right here. So you see there's another Amorphophallus that's coming in bloom right there. That's gonna be really pretty also. I think that's a Saurmatum venosum, if I'm not mistaken, but there's some more that need to come out of the ground. There's an old Worty and there's an Albus that need to come up. That's a nice, starting to be a nice clump of Trillium. And somebody gave me one that was barely hanging on, maybe one plantlet about probably less than a 1/4 inch diameter. Maybe it was like this, kind of like this. It was barely, and a couple of years later, that's what you get. Here's the absolutely incredible Fatsia we variegated that we bought from Plants Delight, again, quite a few years back. Absolutely beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. Some Rhodias in the background right there with the fantastic, well, let's just go visit. So that's a variegated Rhodia. That's also a super slow grower and a beautiful plant. Probably that is 5 years, 6 years old, and it barely creeping. Some more Asarum right there. I love those Asarums. I love the leaves on them. Oh, that's a nice start. Look at that. So this is another type of of course I don't remember now. African Elysium. Yeah, Elysium. So that's a white ghost which we bought, and it's starting to put growth out, which is awesome. More stuff here. Oh my god, look at those Fatsias in the back. Those really started to have some heft on them. That's awesome. There's a Dracunculus vulgaris right there, which I don't think is gonna put a bloom this year, but next year. Banana, some nice hydrangeas that Blair gave me, and of course I cutting, and voila. This right here, that's a special paper bush. I think it's called Flying Dragon or something like that. It's the one that it's orange, and those are some, I think it's creeping Japanese jasmine, something like that. I don't remember, but it puts a beautiful coloration on the new leaves. You see that, so that white and red, that's really nice. This also, it's everything is done by us, so everything you see is done by us, right? So under this river of rock, there's a pipe there that collects the water and pushes it back in the back. The wood chips we put this year, borders, the retaining walls we made a couple of years back. We like this idea. I don't know where Christine got the idea to put stuff on the wall, but I think it looks fantastic. There's some of that. That's the red kind. I think it's called fire coral, no, or something. Whatever. It's a really pretty red orange bloomed ice plant that Les actually gave me. So thank you, Les. That's where the water gets collected. That's the water barrels. And another look from this angle, and then we're gonna do this side of the house, and the front. Alright, come visit, ask about plants, ask for cuttings, put your name on plants. We're sharing. Okay, see you on the next video.